performances and service. Through the commitment, perseverance and leadership, they have not only developed themselves, but have also made a significant contribution to the life of the college. These awards recognise excellence, consistency, leadership and dedication. They celebrate students who have represented St Gregory's with pride and have embodied the values of our college both on and off the field, court, stage and classroom. We also acknowledge the support of our staff, coaches, mentors and families whose guidance and encouragement have played an important role in the success of these students. As we celebrate these achievements of our peers today, please be respectful and acknowledge all recipients in an appropriate manner. We ask that you give your full attention throughout the Assembly and join us in congratulating those being recognised for their outstanding contributions and achievements. To start the proceedings, please welcome Jacoby Fernando, our college captain, to announce the first group of student recipients for College Sport and Co-Curricular Awards.
The following students were named most consistent for their respective teams in PDS or ISA competitions. These students have turned up week in and week out and contributed to their team performance no matter the outcome. Could I please ask Mr. Weeks to come forward and present these awards? Ryder Packy, first grade basketball. Dean Margaritas, second grade basketball. Leo Vagaja, Year 9 and 10A basketball. Frank Nikovsky, Year 9 and 10B basketball. Bo Diver, Year 7 and 8A basketball. Jack Jobson, first grade cricket. Cody Flynn, second grade cricket. Toby Roots, Year 9 and 10A cricket. Jet Johnson, Year 9 and 10B cricket. Harlem Kelly, Year 7 and 8A cricket. Carter Smith, Year 7 and 8B cricket. Fraser Holsworth, Year 11 and 12A volleyball. Anthony Day, Year 11 and 12B volleyball. Mason Palm, Year 9 and 10A volleyball. Joshua Millard, Year 9 and 10B volleyball. Taj Moynihan, Year 7 and 8A volleyball. Bo Ellis, Year 7 and 8B volleyball. Oliver Adamet, ISA basketball opens. Harry Williams, ISA basketball 17s. Billy Corkill, ISA basketball 15s. Xavier Chung, ISA basketball 14s. Braxton Kellyworth, ISA Basketball 13s. Dustin Knott, ISA Cricket Seniors. And Toby Self, ISA Cricket Juniors. Can we please congratulate these award winners? Now for winter sports, Jack Sainsbury, first grade football. Bailey Elan, second grade football. Aidan Cameron, Year 9 and 10A football. Kobe Claxton, Year 9 and 10B football. Lakeland Corsi, Year 7 and 8A football. Isaac Cagney, Year 7 and 8B football. William Finianos, first grade rugby league. Will Barragry, second grade rugby league. Cade Burgess, third grade rugby league. Isaiah Faivale, 16s rugby league. Lucas Dennis, 15s rugby league. Knox Anderson, 14s rugby league. Dominic Ferguson, 13As rugby league. Max Casey, 13Bs rugby league. Dustin Knott, ISA first grade rugby union. Jack Mannering, ISA second grade rugby union. Connor Rose, ISA third grade rugby union. Toby Roots, ISA 16s rugby union. Chet O'Mara, ISA 15s rugby union. Leo Henry, ISA 14s rugby union. Lastly, Dominic Ferguson, ISA 13s rugby union. Please congratulate these award winners.
As part of our sport and co-curricular assembly, we would like to acknowledge and introduce the captains of our recognised first grade teams. These students have demonstrated outstanding leadership, commitment and dedication throughout the season, serving as role models for their teammates and representing St Gregory's College with pride and distinction. Today we recognise the important roles our captains play in fostering a positive team culture, leading by example and upholding the value of our college both on and off the field, court and stage. To acknowledge their contributions and their service to their respective teams, each first grade captain will be presented with a Captain's Award medal. At this time, I invite our first grade captains to come forward as their names are called. Ethan Matthews, first grade basketball. Giles Konsunji, first grade cricket. Ben Lepre, first grade football. Elijah Mears, first grade rugby league. Joshua Harris and Kai Runsman for first grade rugby union. Please congratulate all the first grade captains.
The following students are to receive the Coaches Award for demonstrating core college values of hard work, commitment, leadership, fair play, and good sportsmanship. Could I please ask Mr. Brennan to come forward and present these awards? Jackson Wolford, first grade basketball. Nate Power, second grade basketball. Zach Tao, Year 9 and 10A basketball. Joseph Issa, Year 9 and 10B basketball. Oscar Fisher, Year 7 and 8 basketball. Ryan Burford, first grade cricket. Ryan Charlton, second grade cricket. Eddie Flynn, Year 9 and 10A cricket. Toby Morrissey, Year 9 and 10B cricket. Sivan Garner, Year 7 and 8A cricket. Cooper Evans, Year 7 and 8B cricket. Nate Alderton, Year 11 and 12A volleyball. Joshua Pierce, Year 12 and Year 11B volleyball. Noah Force, Year 9 and 10A volleyball. Kai Larkin, Year 9 and 10B volleyball. Ryan O'Leary, Year 7 and 8A volleyball. Tom Foley, Year 7 and 8B volleyball. Zeke Bonson, ISA Basketball Opens. Riley Sota, ISA Basketball 17s. Cruz Salisbury, ISA Basketball 15s. Will Bennett, ISA Basketball 14s. Leo Henry, ISA Basketball 13s. Cooper Kova, ISA Cricket Seniors. Toby Roots, ISA Cricket Juniors. Please congratulate these award winners. Winter sports. Mahir Bonzi, first grade football. William Bale, first grade football. Benjamin Devine, second grade football. Connor Dawson, Year 9 and 10A football. Riley Pike, Year 9 and 10B football. Jacob Dundovich, Year 9 and 8A football. Cooper Heffernan, Year 9 and 10, Year 7 and 8B football. Jay Gaffney, first grade rugby league. William O'Connor, second grade rugby league. Dylan Geddes, third grade rugby league. Hunter McBride, 16s rugby league. Thomas Stevens, 15s rugby league. Brax Bolwick, 14s rugby league. Tyler Ashton, 13s A rugby league. Liam Dale, 13Bs rugby league. Kai Runciman, ISA first grade rugby union. Cody Flynn, ISA second grade rugby union. Colby Fair Townsend, ISA third grade rugby union. Eddie Flynn, ISA 16s rugby union. Jack Croker, ISA 15s rugby union. Kirby Murray, ISA 14s rugby union. and Nicholas Cameron, ISA 13's Rugby Union. Please congratulate these winners.
We now move on to our next set of awards. The following students have been recognised for their excellence throughout their respective seasons of PDS and ISA sporting competitions. They have led from the front, demonstrating excellence in effort, skill, tactics, leadership, sportsmanship, and are fine examples of fine St Greg's men. These students have been named Player of the Year for their respective teams. Could I please ask Mr Weeks to present these awards? Kingston Titani, first grade basketball. Oscar Vagaja, second grade basketball. Jake Diver, Year 9, 10A basketball. Anthony Michael, Year 9, 10B basketball. Benjamin Wood, Year 7, 8A basketball. Avanindra Sikawa, first grade cricket. Tex Thornton, second grade cricket. Xavier Lonsborough, Year 9, 10A cricket. Flynn Salter, Year 9, 10B cricket. Aidan Wilson, Year 7, 8A cricket. Jack Bissett, Year 7, 8B cricket. Lucas Ryan, Year 11, 12A volleyball. Zion Swamili, Year 11, 12B volleyball. Andrew Semenov, Year 9, 10A volleyball. William Barrett, Year 9, 10B volleyball. Sean Van Heerden, Year 7, 8A volleyball. Sterling Beale, Year 9, 8B volleyball. Ryder Packy, ISA Basketball Opens. Lenny Lancaster, ISA Basketball 17s. Zach Tao, ISA Basketball 15s. Hugh Bennett, ISA Basketball 14s. Sam Cayley, ISA Basketball 13s. Angus Banks, ISA Cricket Seniors. Eddie Flynn, ISA Cricket Juniors. Please join me and congratulate these winners. Now moving on to winter sports. Brendan Clark, first grade football. Noah McKnight, second grade football. Nicholas Nardis, year 9-10A football. Nicholas DeFazio, 9-10B football. Jack Higginson, year 7-8A football. Lewis Danju, year 7-8B football. Thomas Goodfield, first grade rugby league. Jack Mannering, second grade rugby league. Cody Flynn, third grade rugby league. Eddie Flynn, 16s rugby league. Tom O'Neill, 15s rugby league. Hunter Tai, 14s rugby league. Fletcher Mangan, 13s A rugby league. Brock Carfield, 13B rugby league. Ruben Toga, ISA first grade rugby union. Jaden Benetti, ISA second grade rugby union. Ryan Burford, ISA third grade rugby union. Jimmy Smith, ISA 16s rugby union. Jake Harris, ISA 15s rugby union. Brax Barwick, ISA 14s rugby union. And Angus Shee, ISA 13s rugby union. Please congratulate these award winners.
Our next segment is a very special Q&A session with one of St. Gregory's College's most accomplished old boys, Australian sprinter, Olympian and now Commonwealth Games gold medalist, Josh Azzopardi. A proud Greggs graduate, Josh has represented Australia on the international stage, competing at the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham and the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. He has also represented Australia at the World University Games and has established himself as one of the country's leading 100-metre sprinters, with a personal best of 10.15 seconds. Most recently, Josh has returned from the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, where he helped Australia win gold in the men's 4x100 metre relay. Josh ran the second leg of the Australian team alongside Lachlan Kennedy, Caleb Law and Rowan Browning, producing an outstanding performance to claim the Commonwealth Games title. This is a fantastic achievement for Josh, particularly considering the journey he has taken since his days at St. Greg's. His story is one of hard work, resilience, perseverance, and a commitment to pursuing excellence. To give everyone an insight into just how impressive the achievement was, we are going to watch the 2026 Commonwealth Games men's 4x100 metre relay final, where Josh and the Australian team competed for gold. Following the race, we will have the opportunity to hear directly from Josh about his journey, his experiences representing Australia, and what it takes to compete at the highest level of athletics. Please join me in welcoming back to St. Gregory's College, old boy, Olympian, and Commonwealth Games gold medalist Josh Azzopardi.
Away, let's see how Lockie goes. He got out well, Asher got out well for Nigeria. We're going to watch the first change. Ghana with Azamati. Let's have a look. Josh Azamati's taken off. Oh, yes, it's good. So Australia down the back straight. Nigeria and also Ghana and Canada are making ground. Here's Raw getting it. Good change, really good change. Coming up quickly though is Ghana at the moment. Into the straight. It's Browning about to get the baton. Australia right there, he gets it. And Rowan's in the mix here. So Australia with Nigeria and Canada. Browning's in front. 5 metres to go. Browning's in front. We've won this one. We've won the gold medal. Rowan's hung on. We've won the gold medal. We haven't won it since 1974. It's such a long time ago. I'm with a young woman whose dad was in that team at the same time. For Browning, it's so special. For all of them it is. And for us as well.
Well, firstly, thanks for being here today, Josh, and congratulations on an amazing run a couple of weeks ago. Are you still on a bit of a high after the games? It was an amazing race, so.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, I've watched that race back a few times to put it down to the least. But yeah, I think I am a little bit. You know, it's good to come back home and see what it means to the community and what it means to, you know, my local athletics club and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to ride the high for as long as I can and yeah, see how we go.
Now let's take it back to 2017. What are your most fond memories of your last year at the college?
Yeah, 2017, obviously my Year 12 year. I loved every moment of that year. Obviously, competing for St Greg's and MCS at the athletics carnivals was unbelievable. But just every single day coming to school, seeing my mates and just hanging out with the boys in my last year. So, you know, I still have the same group of mates that I hang out with now. We always talk about the memories from that year and when we grew up through St Greg's. So something that I'll definitely carry for the rest of my life.
You're a very talented athlete and you had a choice to make between league, rugby sevens and athletics. When did you decide you wanted to pursue a career in track and field? Yeah,
I played league at the college in year 10 and 11. Played OzTag a couple of years outside of school, and you know, I think athletics and track and field was always in my DNA growing up. I did little A's from when I was under sixes, and you know, I just loved every bit of, you know, knowing that I could improve, and you know, if I trained, you know, everything that was result based was dependent on how I trained, and it was very rewarding in that regard. So I think I kind of just fell in love with the chase of, you know, trying to get faster and trying to jump further when I was doing long jump back in the day as well. So yeah, I think I fell in love with that part of it.
Now you've had a very impressive track resume. Gold medals in New South Wales Championships, Oceania Championships and many other meets. Your current 100 metre PB is 10.09 seconds, the 7th fastest in Australian history. How difficult is it to crack that 10-second mark?
Yeah, I think it's incredibly difficult. Only 2 Australians have ever done it, obviously Lockie being the most recent one. So, and you know, having someone like Lockie in my, you know, in the same era as myself, to be able to push each other is really good. And you know, I think, you know, athletics in Australia is taking that next step to, you know, having more people run under 10 seconds, and then you know, hopefully in the future generations. So I definitely think I can do it within the next 2 years leading up to the LA Olympics. So that's the goal next year and into the year after. But it's incredibly difficult. So yeah.
The 2022 Birmingham Games then marked your first Australian team selection, so such a huge milestone there. I know the 4x400 relay didn't really end the way the team had hoped with the mishap on the final changeover after being in a strong position. I'd love to hear how you worked through that experience as a team and what it taught you.
Yeah, as you said, that was my debut Australian team, senior Australian team, and what a welcoming to an Australian team it was. After, you know, obviously we had put ourselves in such a strong position to medal, and we thought that we could medal that year. And then obviously, you know, the change didn't happen that last segment. So coming back from that, 4 years later, I think the boys had a bit of a chip on their shoulders to kind of redeem themselves from that. And, you know, I think we did that pretty well and came out on top. So it was almost like it kind of had to happen for this to happen kind of thing. So, but again, everything's just a learning curve, and, you know, I learned a lot out of that and how to bounce back from setbacks. That was probably one of my biggest setbacks to date, and then coming back from that is, unreal.
You were then selected for the 2024 Paris Olympics, becoming the college's first old boy to be an Olympian, and get to run the 100 metre and 4x100 metre relay against the fastest athletes in the world. The 4x100 team then breaks the Australian record and comes 6th in the final. Tell us a bit about the Olympic experience.
Yeah, the Olympics was unbelievable. I think I really felt like that's where I belong on that stage. I remember walking out in the stadium and it being absolutely packed, and I felt comfortable, to be honest. I didn't feel like overwhelmed or anything. It felt really good to be out there and to kind of show my talents kind of to the world. But yeah, for the relay as well, you know, we had been speaking about, so the record was originally held, I think it was 20 years or something before we had broken it. So we had spoken about it. We had done a lot of training sessions, a lot of training camps leading into Paris, and to break it at Paris was unbelievable. Obviously, the Olympics is the biggest event in the world. So to be able to do it there, unbelievable. And then again, when I got back, and the reception I got when I got back was unreal. So yeah.
Last year was a very busy year as well with the World Athletics Relays. Sydney Track Classic with the 4x100 team broke the Australian record again, and the World Indoor Championships. How do you stay in prime condition day to day, and what does the average training day look like for you?
Yeah, I think I actually struggled a little bit to stay in good shape for a whole year. So I had, you know, all those competitions that you spoke about earlier on in the year. So that was kind of March, April time. And then the World Championships were in September the same year. So I struggled to kind of hold my form all the way through for 6 months or whatever it was. And I ended up, you know, getting an injury at the back end of the season just because I had been going for so long and I kept trying to chase. So that was another thing that was just a learning curve, and being patient and letting things happen, and obviously put the work into training, but just letting things on competition day happen and going out and enjoying it, because I kind of fell out of love with the sport last year, and you know, coming off the back of that, I made a decision to you know, put my head down and really go for it this year, and I obviously, you know, we came out and won the Com Games. So, but again, I still feel like there's more on a personal side, on an individual side. There's more there to go. So, it'll be an interesting couple of years to see how we go. Sorry, what was the second question? The second part of that question?
No, it was just the average training days.
Yes. So training days, they vary through the week. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I do track sessions, and then Sundays and Wednesdays I do gym sessions, and then I also do like a Pilates session either on a Monday or Friday, and then I have a rest day in there as well. So, but every single track day through the week isn't full sprinting. You know, for my specialised event, rest is such a big thing because we put our body and our nervous system under such high amounts of stress that we need to recover from that and let our body adapt to that. So that's very interesting, and that's again why I think I love the sport so much.
We then moved to the 2026 Glasgow Games, the first gold medal for Australia in the 4x100 metre in 52 years. How amazing was that experience?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I don't think we didn't actually know that it was 52 years since Australia had won the Com Games. So we were just going out there and running our own race. We were in lane 8, so we didn't have anyone on our outside, so we couldn't really see anyone. But I remember between the heat and the final, in the heat we came third in the heat, and you know, our changes were very safe and very comfortable. And we had a meeting between the heat and the final. We kind of said, like, positions 4th to 8th or 8th to 4th, they're the exact same. You know, if we're really going to push for medals, we need to stretch the marks out and throw a bit of caution of the wind. So we stretched the marks out, and I think, you know, lucky to me, the change box is 30 metres. I think we must have changed it at like 29.5 metres. So it was tight on the line, and but all our changes were perfect, and you know, I think that's where we won the race ultimately, because it only came down to 0.04 of a second. So even just being in amongst that environment and learning those little things as well, it was really cool. So yeah, I think that's where we won it in our changes, and to be able to go out and execute like we did was really pleasing.
So setbacks are inevitable and a part of the sporting journey. Missing out on the 100 metre couldn't have been easy in the most recent games, and that's completely understandable. How did you find your way back from that and then perform so well as you did in the relay?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of controversy around that, but there had been a decision and it had been made, and there was a time where I just had to kind of move on from it and focus on what I was there to do. So it was hard to pick myself up after that decision and then go from there. But as the weeks went on, I found myself feeling better and all that kind of stuff, and I was training really well, and I was really excited about the relay. So I think that kind of proves that I was pretty happy with how I kind of ran my leg and how I executed. So but as you said, setbacks are just part of it, right? It's like it's the same thing happened last year, and it's just about how you turn around and come back from there.
Do you have any main pieces of advice for the boys here, specifically the Year 12 cohort who are coming to an end at their time at the college?
Yeah, just to enjoy it. Hey, I think you only get one school in life, so to enjoy it and wake up every day and enjoy coming to school and seeing your mates and enjoying the classes with your teachers and all that kind of stuff. So and don't think that you need to have everything figured out by the end of your schooling life, because I certainly didn't. I didn't know what life was like after school, and I kind of just took it as it went for a few years after that. So, but yeah, as I said, kind of just enjoy it and enjoy the last couple of weeks with the boys and soak it up.
And finally, what's next in your career? What goals have you set for yourself moving forward? Obviously, the Olympics coming up soon. So yeah, what's the journey look like after this? Yeah,
so I think the next 2 years are quite big. So next year there's World Champs in Beijing, which is in September, and then obviously the LA Olympics after that. So I kind of feel like I'm forming into my peak physical body, and I'll be ready to be firing next year and the year after, and I'm really excited for what the future holds. On the time, if I have a time goal, it's obviously that sub 10 and to run the auto qualifier for the Beijing Olympics, Beijing World Champs and LA Olympics. So that's just the rough goals at the moment. But at the moment, just having a bit of a break off training, and then I'll be back in 2 weeks, and that's when the build starts, and then we go for there for the next 2 years.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming today, Josh. We really appreciate it, and a round of applause.
Thanks, guys.
When the Gordon Better Place public speaking competition started 35 years ago in 1992, no one thought it would last more than a few years. This year, to celebrate its history, the following guests attended. The 1992 public speaking coordinator, Margaret Maronese, 5-time winner of the competition, Cameron Rodwell, and Jared Fetterplace, the son of Gordon Fetterplace. This competition doesn't try to be grand. Rather, it has plugged away quietly for 35 years, providing an opportunity for students to develop the important life skill of public speaking. It targets both experienced speakers and, with the encouragement awards, inexperienced students who want to give public speaking a go. Decades of students and staff have believed in its importance and kept it going. It is now the longest continuously running extracurricular event currently organised by the college. This year, one of the most special moments was the speech from Gerard Degeling, who was one of the original competitors in 1992. He was there supporting his son Peter in the Year 8 division. My message to the current students is that you have inherited something very special. I don't know of another school that has a competition like this with its longevity, high regard and strong affection. I would like to thank Miss Curry, Miss Woodley, Miss Gardner and Mr Bombardieri for their support of this year's competition. And without further ado, we'll call up the place getters. They received their trophies on the night, so we're just going to present them to the college today. So, starting with Year 7, the Year 7 division, the Encouragement Award to Ethan Passy. We'll hold our applause to the end. Third place to Harry Horton, who was absent today on the college ski trip. Second place to Josiah Pereira. And first place and winner of the Year 7 division, Zach Bruce. Going now to the Year 8 division, the Encouragement Award to Gillen Pordell. Third place to Adwin Shiju. Second place to Peter Degeling. And first place and winner for the second year in a row, winner of the Year 8 division, Tate Johnson. The intermediate division covers both Year 9 and Year 10. There were 3 encouragement awards in that division. Firstly, Lenny Ursino of Year 10. The second encouragement award goes to Chet O'Mara of Year 9. And the final encouragement award to Will Fisher of Year 10. Third place, Jet Delizio of Year 10. Second place, Harry Smith of Year 9. And first place and winner of the intermediate division, Billy Corkill. And finally, to our senior division covering Years 11 and 12, the Encouragement Award to Chase Fury of Year 11. Third place to Michael Youssef of Year 11. And I also note that Michael Youssef was competing in the competition for the 8th time. He is the first student in the 35-year history of the competition to compete for 8 years. Second place, Lachlan Selby, Year 11. And first place and winner of the senior division of the Gordon Feder Place competition, William Carter of Year 12. Let's give them a round of applause. And I'll lastly finish off by pointing out our winners are headed off to the Mara Storatory on the 31st of August to represent the college there.
Morning all. It's my great pleasure to speak this morning about the triathlon events that were held earlier this year, and if I could have the boys who medalled in those events to come to the side of the stage. And also, Josh, could I ask you, these boys would love a handshake from you, please. The triathlon events at St Greg's this year have been extremely successful. We had 2 boys compete in the individual triathlon events, which means they did all 3 legs of the triathlon themselves. And we had a boy who competed in the aquathon event, which means he did a swim and a run leg by himself. Now, these boys unfortunately weren't medalled, but they did do extremely well in a very rigorous competition with hundreds of competitors in events that they competed in. However, in our team events is where our great success occurred this year, and I'm very excited with the success that we had. As you can see on the screen there are some boys who received some medals and some who will receive their medals today. One of our intermediate teams received a silver medal, and you can see them there in the first photo. They already have their medal. So if those boys would like to come up and just, Josh, if they could have a handshake, please. So congratulations to Tyler Paulton Gregory, who did the swim leg, Lachlan Arentz, who did the bike leg, and Nicholas Nardis, who did the running leg. These are our intermediate team silver medalists. So no medal. Sorry, Josh, no medal for these boys. No medal, they have their medals. Sorry, these medals. Bring it back. Sorry, good try. You've already got it. Thank you. In the junior teams is where it got the most exciting. We had 5 junior teams compete and 2 of them medalled. We received the silver and the bronze, so 2nd and 3rd place, and we actually already had the team who came 4th in that event, so very exciting to have 2nd, 3rd and 4th in that event. And being the junior team, that's something I look forward to seeing how they develop over the years to come. So I'll start with our bronze medalists. So there's bronze medals there. Thank you. The swim leg, Sullivan Ewing. The bike leg, Dante Picken. And the run leg, Jonas Cox. Congratulations to these bronze medalists. And in the same event, our silver medalists, the swim leg, Tyler Cummins, bike leg, Darcy Marsden, and run, Zach Bruce. Congratulations to our silver medalists. So once again, I can't stress how much of a rigorous event these events are that these boys are competing in. As I say, very excited about the future for these boys. Congratulations once again, and thank you, Josh.
Morning staff and students and parents. Today it's my pleasure to acknowledge the remarkable achievement of 10 outstanding individuals within our school community, achieving the Duke of Ed Bronze Award. So what is the Duke of Edinburgh Award? The Duke of Edinburgh Award has challenged young people since 1956 and presently runs in 144 countries. The aim of the award is to push young people beyond their comfort zones to explore new horizons and make a positive difference in both their lives and the lives of others. These students today have embraced this challenge wholeheartedly, showcasing not only talents but also their unwavering commitment to personal development and community service. What does it involve? Students undertake equipment in the following areas: volunteering in our local community, improving their physical fitness, developing a new skill, as well as embarking on a series of adventurous journeys. The following students have consistently showcased dedication and passion in every aspect of their journey. What makes this impressive feat is that everybody undertakes their own journey, choosing a different area of focus. If I'm going to ask Josh to present their certificates and badges. We have the following boys: Harrison Rooney, Connor Dawson, Thomas Scott Glasgow, Jack McNamara, Adrian Matthias, Declan McManus, Nicholas Hanrahan, Cameron Parsons, Andrew Semenov, Jeremy Price. Please join me in congratulating the gentlemen on their bronze awards.
The following students have been recognised as age champions for their outstanding performances across our 3 major college carnivals: swimming, cross-country and athletics. These students demonstrated remarkable commitment, consistency and determination throughout each event. Their achievements reflect not only their athletic ability, but also their dedication to representing St Greg's College with pride and excellence. Could I please ask Josh Asapati to come forward and present these awards. 12s and 13s swimming, Tyler Cummins. 14 swimming, Salva Ewing. 15 swimming, Oliver Bailey. 16 swimming, Noah Keepens. 17 swimming, Sean Sullivan. 'Open swimming, Josh Harris. 12s cross country, Harrison Caulfield. 13s cross country, Noah Murphy. 14s cross country, Jake Cameron. 15s cross country, Lachlan Arendts. 16s cross country, Nicholas Nardis. 17s cross country, Cooper Clugston. 'Opens cross country, Ethan Matthews. 12s athletics, Harrison Caulfield. 13s athletics, Tag Mahonihan. 14s Athletics, Hunter Titi. 15s Athletics, Mishon Adiola. 16s Athletics, Denham Segalis. 17s Athletics, Kingston Tatani. 'Opens Athletics, Thomas Goodfield. Please congratulate these award winners. The following students have been recognised for their contributions to their respective co-curricular programs. These activities require extra time, effort early in the morning, recess, lunch, Friday afternoons, when everyone else has started their weekends. Their effort, dedication and performances are highly distinguished. Could I please call Mr. Weeks to come forward to present these awards? Billy Corkill, Champion Sheep and Fleece Judge and Champion Junior Sheep Handler. Charles Hutton, Champion Senior Sheep Handler. Max Gorey, Champion Senior Cattle Parader. Jake Gotts, Champion Junior Cattle Parader, under 16 years. Archie Putland, Champion Junior Cattle Parader, under 14 years. Cody Stevens, Champion Junior Beef Judge. Billy Corkill, Champion Junior Beef Judge. Charlie Underwood, Beef Team Most Improved. Hamish Crompton, Senior Show Team Award. Justin McGuinness, Senior Overall Most Improved. Billy Corkill, Junior Show Team Award, and also Overall Most Improved. Tobias Kinsunji, Senior Band. Max Migueles, Junior Band. Harry Smith, Junior Chess Champion. Josiah Pereira, Public Speaking Zone Finalist. Noah W. Smith, Public Speaking Zone Finalist. Harry Smith, Public Speaking Zone Finalist. William Carter, Public Speaking Zone Finalist. Noah W. Smith, Public Speaking Grand Finalist. William Carter, Public Speaking Grand Finalist. Isham Madan, Debating Senior Finalist. Alvin Mamala, Debating Senior Finalist.
Reece Penfold, debating senior finalist. Lachlan Selby, debating senior finalist. Anish Pidel, Rostrum Voice of Youth New South Wales junior finalist. Ethan Pussy, Rostrum Voice of Youth New South Wales junior finalist. Gillan Pidel, Rostrum Voice of Youth New South Wales junior finalist. William Carter, Rostrum Voice of Youth New South Wales senior finalist. And also Rostrum Voice of Youth senior regional finalist. And also Rostrum Voice of Youth senior regional winner. Lachlan Selby, Rostrum Voice of Youth senior finalist. And also Rostrum Voice of Youth senior regional finalist. Alexander Langford, Senior Musical Award Performance. Julian Maha, Senior Musical Award Performance. Logan Sampson, Junior Musical Award Performance. Please congratulate these award winners.
We have now reached a part of the Assembly where we shine a spotlight on the major sport and co-curricular achievements of certain young men who have gone above and beyond in their respective pathways. I would like to acknowledge the young men who have received the New South Wales Sports Pathway recommendation this year. Could I please ask Mr. Brennan to come forward and present these awards? Kingston Tatani, Basketball Opens. Kyan Wilton, Basketball Opens. Toby Morrissey, Cricket, 15 years and under. Flynn Salter, Cricket, 15 years and under. Lucas Bragg, Cricket, 15 years and under. Jack Jobson, Cricket, 18 years and under. Avaninja Sikawa, Cricket, 18 years and under. Kynan Eagles, Cricket, 18 years and under. Nicholas Nardis, Cross Country. Aidan Cameron, Cross Country. Bo Ellis, Diving. Mahir Bunzir, Football, 18 years boys. Cooper McInnes, Golf. Jake Gaffney, Rugby League, 18 years boys. Kai Runsman, Rugby ISA Representative, Opens. Ben Ariel, Rugby ISA Representative, Opens. Ryder Gillies, Rugby ISA representative, 16 years boys. Jimmy Smith, Rugby ISA representative, 16 years boys. Toby Roots, Rugby ISA representative, 16 years boys. Reece Barrington, softball. Oliver Bailey, swimming. Benjamin Skiffer, swimming. Denim Segalis, swimming. Sean Sullivan, swimming. Anaya Ewing, swimming. Sullivan Ewing, swimming. Noah Keepens, swimming. Tyler Porton Gregory, swimming. Jeremy Price, students official. Declan Muldoon, students official. And Gabriel Youssef, student official. Please congratulate these award winners.
Thank you very much. Conscious of time, so I'll be brief this morning. To our parents, thank you very much for coming this morning. What a great assembly. The fact that we've got overtime just demonstrates just how important and how successful our co-curricular program has been this year. I'd like to thank Mr Tyler, who looks after our sport on a Thursday, Mr Morrissey in his absence, and Mr Malasilia for the work they do for our ISA weekend sport. Also, a very big thank you to Josh Azzopardi. Obviously, many of us were up in the early hours to watch the 4x100 relay, and then obviously it was all over the news the next morning to have an old boy representing, but then importantly, knowing where he's come from and coming back to the school. And Josh quietly comes back quite regularly to do things with our community. We're very blessed for his generosity, and certainly I have a saying when I take families around on tours, when they have a look at different memorabilia on the walls and charts as far as academic success, that students here can be what they can see. And so to have Josh here with us this morning should be an inspiration to every boy in front of us, that if you have a goal, despite setbacks and everything, you can achieve those goals. So I do want to thank you, Josh, for coming in. We might give Josh another round of applause. And just in closing, to me, co-curricular activities isn't always about winning. It's just about putting yourself out there into an area of discomfort, trying something different and growing from that experience. And to see, I can't remember the exact number, I think it was almost 200 boys come across stage this morning. It was wonderful. That will conclude our assembly this morning. Again, I thank the parents very much for coming. Obviously, we'll adjust some bell times by a few minutes, so boys, you won't miss any time out on recess, but I might invite our parents if they'd like to stand first of all. Our parents and families, thanks again for coming. We'll open the back doors. Thanks staff to have the parents leave. Our award winners, if you'd like to stand and go through the top doors up here, please.